something new today. We're going to try to go upload a live video of us taping the podcast. We'll edit it down. Well, somebody's going to edit it down.
What? Wait, I don't... You know what?
Someone will edit it down. All right, so let's get this party started. This is the podcast you all know and love by the name of Really Bitch. And today I am Classic, and I have Mink, and this is Face. And off camera, we going to have the Ghost, because he's off camera.
Yeah.
So you'll hear his voice, but you will not see him. He got warrants. He can't be on camera.
Right, so all of y'all that listen or watch this while you smoking weed, there's a fourth person.
Right.
Now,
so if you're still
person.
Celebrating 420, you are not hearing voices. There's someone else in the room.
You know, all right. 422.
Right, but some people still don't. Okay. They still celebrate. They still there at 420.
I saw a meme that said 420 was weed day, 421 was tested day.
Oh yeah, National Drug Testing Day. Yeah.
And 422 was National Unemployment Day.
There you go. So if you are on random drug tests Monday, you might want to call out. I'm just saying. Now. Today,
of course, they'll wait till you get back. Don't worry about it. But go ahead.
What?
They'll wait till you get back. You can call out if you want to. All right.
Oh well, that is true. They will. They will come and get you. News. The Ghost is. I don't know what the Ghost is doing.
Just keep moving.
Right. So we're So to take care of some business, we have I'm sorry. We're on iTunes. We're on Google Play, and we have the YouTube channel. So this is going to be uploaded to the YouTube channel. Maybe. Depends on how
we'll see how this goes.
But we're trying something new.
We see how we look on camera.
So the YouTube channel is growing and growing and growing.
I got my hair done for this.
He did. We are growing. We are building up our viewership and posting videos. So you guys have seen a lot of me, but you have not seen my.
I got a cup, but me. Go ahead.
You do notice how big your cup is, though.
Go ahead.
We are at her location.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, welcome to Mink's Lounge.
That's right. We're at Mink's Lounge today. We got a little civic involvement earlier. We went to a political forum. So, just my PSA.
I can just hear people laughing. They was at a political forum? Like, for real? They was at a political forum?
We were.
These Negroes?
We multi-talented. We do shit.
We do. Now, with that being said, though, my PSA before we move into the bullshit, it is important that you are involved in your politics, not just nationally, but locally.
Yes.
The people in the room are the people who get heard. So, with that being said.
And Maryland, if you're in Maryland, primary day is June 26th. Mm-hmm. Early voting starts June 14th through the 21st. Make sure if you have moved, you move and you make sure your registration is still valid in the district that you're currently living in. Because sometimes you can literally move around the corner.
They pulled over.
Yes. And your polling district will change. So just go on to your Board of Elections, make sure you're current and everything is up to date.
And I'm taking bets on who you think in this panel is volunteering for. Just what? Okay.
Yeah. So just so you know, and people died for us to have the right to vote, and so I mean, real talk, like get out there and do it. All right. Now on to the bullshit.
All right.
Last week we discussed the Starbucks situation, and that was in its early stages. It had just happened. Everybody was like boycott Starbucks, and that was going around. So in the interim, what has happened is the CEO of Starbucks, who I applaud, I think he did a good job of handling the PR around this whole situation. We're going to talk about the question is, did Starbucks do enough? They're going to close their stores down on
May 29th
to do sensitivity training for all of its employees. The manager of that particular store, there's a question mark about whether she was fired or just relocated. I think she originally was relocated, and then I think she's no longer with the company. Okay. But I believe that's what I heard.
Where could she possibly go now?
Well, nobody really knows her. I mean, I don't know her. Like, if she showed up and put in an application for me, it ain't like I'm Googling her name. Like, I don't know her. Would you hire?
What type of background you be doing at your job? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, that's true. We have all. That's
right. All right.
So
moving on.
But yeah, and then the CEO wants to meet with the young men, and the chief of police had to issue a apology for the bullshit he said. talking about he wasn't fully aware of Starbucks policy when he made his statement. But how about I think you should have been before you got on?
Fully aware of Starbucks policy?
Right. He thought that the policy was that you have to buy something to be in the store. Anybody who's ever been to a Starbucks know you ain't got to buy shit. People be hanging out in Starbucks like it's the lounge.
Yeah, it's your home. It's your home. It's your satellite office.
But my question is,
that provides coffee.
On that note, because there was,
I mean, people do. They
I
have
got tracked in
business
discussion about
meetings
this.
and
My
everything.
thing is, you don't even have to be in line to order coffee at Starbucks.
To do what? What do you mean?
To order coffee at Starbucks, you don't have to get in line.
You can do the app. You can do it from your phone.
Yes.
Oh, that's true. You're
Yes.
right. Oh, you know what? I never thought about that. Right. So they
can
could have
walk in
They
and
could have
sit
ordered
down.
something, and
I do it all the
that's
time.
true.
I do it
never
all the
thought about
time.
that.
I walk into Starbucks and have a seat and
just
wait for my name to be
shit.
called.
Oh my! I never thought because I've never used that. I don't really do Starbucks because I'm not a. Anyway, I don't really do Starbucks.
What?
I'm not a coffee drinker. I drink tea, and I
they
have
have tea.
I know that.
And
let me
it's
finish
delicious.
Let me finish my sentence. I have a lot of tea at home because I go to the tea shop and I buy. Anyway, I don't do Starbucks.
You're one of those.
I like the frappuccinos.
You're not helping the
though.
economy.
In the summer, I do buy the cold drinks, the little the frappuccinos. I like those. The cold
I like
ones.
caramel macchiatos.
Yeah.
But so according to WashingtonPost.com, she is no longer with the
Google
company.
is my friend.
She the manager, the owner, the Starbucks CEO, he's come out and said that she acted on her own. She had an unconscious bias.
And she acted on her. I'm scared of black men bias. That's what the fuck she
Is that how you feel about it?
But you know what? If two black men walk into a public facility that you work
Sound
at,
like a joke star.
right, and you fear for your safety, that says a lot about the state that the conscience of this country is in.
Well, but that is the conscience of this country. When you see a black man, the response
In Philadelphia
is inherently different than if it were a group of white dudes coming in and sitting down. And like even you heard it in the video. Even the white people were like, they didn't do nothing. What are y'all doing? Like, what are y'all? They didn't do anything. So, but that point is so valid. I just think that I personally feel like Starbucks did what Starbucks could do because they were coming in on the back end of a situation that happened at a store.
Starbucks has a company. The CEO, he did.
I think he did a phenomenal job of handling it.
He called it what it was, and he called out.
He called it out.
He called out the manager,
absolutely,
of the store, as opposed to he didn't try to spin it in a. We normally don't do this, la 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 la, pour flowers on it.
He was like, she fucked up.
He was like, look, that bitch crazy. I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that bitch. That bitch.
You know what I'm saying?
Got problems.
It was like
Fuck
that bitch.
shit. That's not how we roll.
That bitch fucked up. You know
that's
what I mean?
That's not how we roll, nigga.
And,
we need people to come there. That's how we make money.
And again, I applaud those young men for
yes.
I applaud those young men for how they handled it because it could have went a whole different way. But I think, like I said last week, the way they handled it is what put them in the position that I think the way people reacted. Because had they gotten loud and ignorant and nasty, even if they weren't ignorant about it, even if they were just like, what are you arresting us for? The fact that they just quietly walked out the store, got handcuffed, and let it be videotaped and let the outrage speak for itself, I think that helped immensely.
And afterwards, they also didn't start tripping.
Right, because they did a press conference.
Like all of a sudden they were in the news, and they didn't really all of a sudden have an agenda. All of a sudden, yeah. But I did see people trying to attack them like, they don't look like they were real estate agents to me. What the fuck?
What does a real estate agent look like?
I mean, when I was buying my house, sometimes my real estate, depending on what time of day it was.
What time it was.
Right. My real estate agent. Right. My real
t-shirt.
estate agent showed me houses in sweatpants before because sometimes it was like, yo, I saw this house. Are you available today? I can meet you after work. And he's like, all right, I'll meet you. He ain't had time to go get, you know what I mean? And you're looking at houses like, anyway, he was in a suit when I signed them damn papers though. So why does it matter what he is? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I just didn't understand why that was relevant.
But if I'm coming to Starbucks to meet my friends, I have to wear a suit and tie because I'm a realtor Monday through Friday.
Right, but that's because again, they're gonna find something to attack the character of other people involved.
I guess he don't know they can hear that on the mic.
The ghost has set up a whole.
I guess he don't realize.
He got a snack station, so y'all hear something.
Y'all heard him get up, fix his snack, and come back.
He didn't hit us with the obligatory, hey, y'all want something?
Right, he didn't even offer nothing.
Nothing. All right, that's cool.
The shit y'all don't see, we keep trying to tell y'all.
Right, and even with the camera, the shit that y'all still ain't see it.
Right.
Oh boy.
But yeah,
I think Starbucks did. I give Starbucks a thumbs up on this one. I'll buy Starbucks again. The two frappuccinos I buy a year.
And they appreciate your business.
Right. I just what I don't know. Maybe something wrong with me.
So what do you? Okay, you don't think they did enough?
No. Starbucks itself as a company.
So what? Okay, so what do you want to see?
People. I mean, people don't bug me.
I can't.
People
change.
bug me about the whole thing.
Well, people
it was
irritate
like,
me. I can't change.
All
people.
of a sudden, I'm like, because I was like, when I didn't really catch the story when it happened. Mm-hmm. So, when I get to work and everybody's yapping about it, I'm like, oh, why are we gangbanging on Starbucks all of a sudden? Like it was like serious. It was like some serious hate for Starbucks all of a sudden.
Well, yeah.
Like,
that joint went quick. Like it went from 0 to 60.
But the other part of it, like people say, is the franchises. Like Magic Johnson owning Starbucks. So are you gonna stop going to the minority owned Starbucks because of what one did?
Right.
That's kind of where I was getting to. I'm like, one Starbucks, they franchise out. It's not like that's just that one Starbucks. Are we boycotting that one Starbucks? That's not.
Well, my thing is, why are we going to boycott it? She no longer works there. That's not the. It'd be different if that were the policy of the store. But that's not the policy. She jumped the gun. She was on some old bullshit, and she's no longer there.
Let's just start. Let's start at she was on bullshit.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But I was wondering like, why is this national outcry? I guess in my head, it's like anytime something happens remotely, I guess racial, it's a national outcry of the black community, and we gotta.
But it only lasts like a day, so.
But like and then it's that. So I'm like, why are we
like
here?
we mad for a day?
Right.
Why are we here? Like, what was even?
I just
like,
think
too
that
much energy. In
I
it.
agree, and I think that we need to learn to use our buying power when it matters.
Right.
Yes, I'm glad that everybody was ready to boycott Starbucks, but what I do again, I feel like that, like you said, number one is franchise, but I feel like the CEO came in, he swooped in, he did his Superman. He's going to shut every store down. They're going to have to do sensitivity training. She's no longer at that particular location. The men are going to probably walk away with a nice little piece of change in their back pocket. It was mentioned off camera that they were actually booked. But that's going to probably be dropped. Like, I doubt that that's going to be something that's going to stick. I mean, I could be wrong, but I doubt it.
But what's your charge? Not paying in Starbucks?
Well, they didn't even, I mean, the charge was trespassing. That's what the police originally arrested them on. But that's not, I promise you they'll never even go to court. I promise you they won't. Yeah. Anyway. All right.
I mean, well, never mind. You know what? I'm set on that. I'm set. All right. I just, I don't want to keep carrying on, but it's like, okay, trespassing. Like, we work at a retail place, and it's like, okay, when the, like during the wintertime, the homeless guy walks in to warm up for a second, they be going to start.
But that's what
it happens all the time. It's not like people just walk in and walk out. That's all I'm saying. It's not like,
It's a slippery slope, but that's why I think the CEO stopped it. I think the CEO was like,
we're not doing this.
He went,
So we're not doing this. This is what it is.
And he did it immediately, immediately.
And he's like, this bitch is tripping.
Right. Unlike the CEO of what was it, American Airlines or Delta, when the guy got pulled off, and the CEO was like, "Well, we offered him money." Like the CEO backed that bullshit. So
it's like it's his fault.
And then, like again, a motherfucker still boycotting. Was it Delta, American? Who was it?
It's something new every week.
Was it United?
I don't know. I would have to go.
The one with the Asian.
Go to Google.
The Asian doctor, right?
Yeah, they got dragged off the fucking flight. Then their CEO was like, "Well."
Yeah, because, I mean...
While she Googles that...
And a lot of these companies was like, what are you really going to do? Stop flying? You got flying miles with us. Come on,
it was United.
It was United. Okay, it was United. And you're right. I mean, the end of the day is, But I think that's part of the problem. They rely on that. Businesses rely on the fact that we're not going to inconvenience ourselves for our principles. And that's what it boils down to. Now, that I agree with. So... Like you said, when I have flown since that situation happened, and I'll be honest with you, it never occurred to me. I didn't book on United, but it never occurred to me not to. It never occurred to me to be like, well, I'm gonna look at all flights except United. I'm gonna look at the cheapest flight and figure out the best way for me to get where I'm going. Right. So you're right, and again, I point the finger at myself because I never even thought of it. I never even thought, you know what, United won't get any more of my money. I honestly never thought about it. So I do think that we need to pick and choose, and it needs to be valid, and it needs to be something that...
It needs to be long term.
Yeah. And again, long term for a purpose. Going back to the whole conversation with Colin Kaepernick, long term for a purpose. We can boycott the NFL, but what are we asking the NFL for? So yeah, let's boycott Starbucks. So if we're going to boycott Starbucks, then assuming.
But what do we want Starbucks to do?
But that's what I'm saying. But I think Starbucks did what they. What more can we ask them to do?
They're shutting down business for a day.
A whole fucking day. Every Starbucks in the country is going to be shut down.
That's a lot of money.
Is it?
Yes, Ghost.
From a consumer standpoint in boycotting, or being black in boycotting?
See, there it is. Well, I think in that case, I think for the Starbucks, I think white folk were with us on that one. You heard them in the video, like what they did.
And I say that because I look at like quote unquote the Black Lives Movement. They involved in the rainbow movement, this and that, but the rainbow movement don't support black issues. If it's not their agenda, they don't support it. But black people support everybody else in their movement.
Right.
Yeah, that has come up.
So it's like with the rainbow movement, they want everybody to support them, but they don't necessarily support everybody else's issue. And I'm not saying them, but pointing them out.
You use an example. I got it. Well, that's a whole. I mean, it's a good topic, but that's another topic.
And that's what I wonder when it comes to, is it a black thing or a consumer thing? Like with Jordans, everybody want to say this costs too much, and black people get overcharged for that. But you can't get a pair of Jordans. People run to the store to get Jordans, and they're not even sold by black people.
But the new Jordans.
I mean, but
they don't sell right now $50.
Well, I don't mean no harm, but ain't nobody making nobody buy Jordans like
right. Nobody's making nobody. Yeah.
And never say nobody making, but like with the Starbucks, nobody.
Well, nobody making you buy Starbucks either.
Make you buy that either. But it's the thing is, black people do. Are we doing it as consumers or as a group of black people?
I think with the Starbucks thing, it was going to be as black people because we were the people that were hurt.
It's as a group of black people that are consumers.
But of course, you always want as much support as possible, and you're right. That has come up before that. Black Lives Matter.
There are many
that
groups,
people don't support.
Power of the black dollars, power of using the minority money, X, Y, and Z. But it's like, who's leading that? Anybody know? Anybody? No.
No, and that's what made me. So when you brought up like the United thing,
who is the black leader these days?
Obama.
I think we need to stop allowing other people to tell us who our black leaders are. And do we really need quote unquote black leaders?
I don't need a black leader. No. I mean. Again, because sometimes my views don't follow other people's views. Like with the whole Colin Kaepernick thing, like I wasn't boycotting shit,
right?
And I was very clear about
it. And
you
shouldn't have been made to, okay, that's a whole. But
I mean, I'm not to go back down that road. Y'all can look at the old podcast for that one. But
there is pressure on us to support anything black.
I do agree with that. And I mean,
support anything black.
Especially, exactly. All over social media is like, well, I'm going to do. And I mean, people were even saying, so we still boycotting Starbucks because at this point, I think we're good.
Because at one point, I know there was some small cries about boycotting Target.
Why? Why are we boycotting Target?
Target.
What are we boycotting?
We're gonna boycott Target.
I missed it.
Yes.
Why? I'm serious. I missed it.
No,
what are we boycotting Target?
Again,
I need that popcorn.
The what?
The popcorn.
The popcorn.
It's popcorn at the Target market that they make over there.
When you first walk in the store.
It's usually burnt depending on which Target you're going into.
Like the movie theater like popcorn?
Yeah, they have a popcorn machine.
I was being facetious, but go ahead.
Oh, I thought it was like I thought it was like a Target brand of popcorn. That again, I thought I missed it. I thought I missed it.
We should have just said, okay, yeah, and when we joke and moved on. But no, all right, we turned to something.
I didn't know. All
right,
fair enough.
Anyway, Classic didn't know.
All right,
because I love me some popcorn. So I was like, am I missing something?
I just say we need. I've said this from the beginning, from years ago, even with the whole Michael Brown issue. We need to. If we're going to boycott the issues of the offense that hurt us. You know what I mean? That's why I always say the bus boycott worked so well back in the day because they boycotted the offender.
Right.
They didn't protest.
The company.
Yes, they protested.
Not every bus company in the nation.
Yes.
But that company.
That company. And that's why it worked so well. And it wasn't.
And it was a clear objective of what they wanted.
Yes. And I get so tired of the whole, we're boycotting Black Friday. That was part of the Target thing. Boycotting Target on Black Friday.
Boycott Black Friday. Flip this table over.
But my thing is, okay, like I have some on my Facebook page that's constantly saying we're going to boycott Black Friday, Black Friday, Black Friday. Okay, so I can shop on Thursday. Don't shop on Friday. But I got to go back and support a small black business on Saturday. Don't buy anything on Sunday. Don't buy anything on Monday.
No, Cyber Monday.
Right, they don't want to do it on Cyber Monday.
Cyber Monday. But pay full price for the same shit on Tuesday. How is that sticking to the man or whoever? How's that? What's my point? Because the thing is, if I can buy me a TV on Friday for $175 at Target, why the hell am I gonna pay $450 for it on Tuesday? What message am I sending? I can spend more money?
But Target is one of the stores that actually waits and opens. Isn't Target one of the stores that waits and doesn't open early unless its employees have? I thought that Target was one of those stores. Am I wrong?
I think
right,
no.
See,
I don't do Black Friday.
Y'all out of the realm of anything.
Yeah, we way down. We are way down the rabbit hole. All right, let's bring it back.
I can't do anything.
Change subject. Change subject.
All right.
Okay. Mariah Carey.
Got nothing.
Oh, you're gonna have something.
I've got nothing.
You're going to. Oh. Let me get to it.
You know what?
Mariah Carey.
Stop yelling at me. Stop yelling at me. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead. Mariah Carey has stated that she's come out publicly that she was bipolar. No surprise to anybody. If y'all didn't know Mariah Carey was bipolar, I don't know what to tell you. Now, but more importantly, she fired her manager recently. Stella, her name was Stella something. Now, the rumors were that Stella was very brash and fired a lot of people around Mariah, and a lot of people didn't like her, didn't like working with her, and she wasn't really doing Mariah Carey any favors. That was what was out there about her. Now, she fired her, and Stella has now filed a lawsuit for sexual harassment, saying that Mariah Carey... Grab her ass? Sorry. That was for you, Juan Pablo.
See, that's why his ass ain't here.
My one time. Sorry.
That's why he ain't here.
Go ahead.
I think I'm gonna take him off punishment. We'll talk about that. So, with that being said, though, what she alleges is that Mariah Carey often walked around nude, and it made her uncomfortable. And she does allege some things that Mariah Carey made passes at her and stuff like that. But my question to you is going back to the whole Me Too movement and where we are with sexual harassment. We talked about this a couple of times before on the show. If that were a man taking meetings with his manager naked, will we feel... Because a lot of people are like, well, that's not sexual harassment. Let me start here. First of all, is that sexual harassment? Let's start there.
That's what Charlie Rose did.
Technically.
Well, that was... He whipped it out. But yeah, you're right. That's valid. Charlie Rose did do that. So, question, first of all, do we think that that's sexual harassment? Mariah Carey having meetings with her manager naked. Is that sexual harassment?
Technically, yes. By the rule of what sexual harassment is, even though it's vague as I don't know what. My first question would have been, where are you? Because they're at Mariah Carey's house. She, like, you there, whatever. Like, you have the option. I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody. Like,
I don't know anybody that takes a meeting naked. I don't give a fuck what a meeting is.
No, this is the thing. But technically, it wasn't a meeting.
Because say
Mariah is coming.
Like
she's not her assistant. She's her manager. She's not her assistant.
Okay, she's following her around. It seems like she's following her around like that. That's all I'm saying.
You're my manager. I'm getting ready to go somewhere, and you're like, "Hey, come talk to you real quick." Hey, but I'm getting dressed to go to XYZ, the Grammys, whatever Mariah Carey do. Don't shop.
Right. Where are you?
Where she's going. And you come to me and say, I need to talk to you right now. I'm not going to stop getting ready for something because my manager said I'm coming over. And because they're both females, Mariah may, depending on I don't know how long they've been, a team, how long they've been together. Mariah may have been like comfortable enough to say, all right, well, I'm getting dressed. You can come on over. It may not have been her walking around naked. If you walk into my home and I'm doing something and I consider you a manager/friend, I might feel comfortable enough, again, from a relationship,
but they're
to
in
say,
the business.
Let me finish.
They're in the business. They know what's up. Like, it is what it is.
But I mean, because you think about it.
That's where the double standard come in. Because
exactly. Because if that were a man, y'all wouldn't be making all these goddamn excuses.
They're both women. It doesn't make a difference.
Right. Y'all wouldn't be making all these excuses if they were a man.
Yes, I would.
No, you wouldn't.
I would.
Because
come on, really? It's cool. It's cool to take a meeting with your manager. I don't give a damn where. It's cool to just be naked.
I would still be like even as if I was a man.
If you were a man.
If I was the man.
If you were a man. Is that what you just said?
Because I don't want to be like arrogant.
Is this something you would like to tell us?
Like I'm the man. I was just trying to keep it nice because you're saying I'm too over the top. In a scenario on it, and it's like, all right, the fuck.
Because that was the case with Charlie Rose, when his assistants was coming up there because he lived not too far from CBS, and he was in the house with his robe and his dick hanging out, and they came to his house to drop and do stuff off.
Stop coming to. Okay, how about this? Stop coming to people's fucking house.
But what I'm saying is, Charlie Rose got fired for that. But y'all making excuses for Mariah Carey. Is the difference Because he was a man and she's a woman?
That's what sexual harassment.
No, I understand that.
My opinion, shouldn't be a difference.
I'm not making this,
but y'all are making a difference.
I'm questioning. I'm trying to figure out in what situation she's saying these things took place. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
So, whatever. Go ahead.
I mean,
I'm listening to y'all.
I'm not defending Mariah. I'm not defending. It is double standards in every. It is double standards in a lot of situations, especially when it comes to sexual relations. It's always double standards.
Okay.
Sometimes it favors the men, sometimes it favors the women. Unfortunately, that's the state that we live in. But again, I question how did these meetings first arrive? What prompted her to come to Mariah's house? If I had a scheduled meeting with Mariah and I get to that bitch naked, then yeah, I got a problem with it. But if I call her on the humble and say, hey, I'm coming past your house, I need to drop off something, pick up something, whatever, and she say, I'm getting ready to go to the Grammys.
Well, she should already know. She's a manager.
But I'm just saying, Mariah's that type of chick that get ready at 10 o'clock in the damn morning for a 9 o'clock dinner. You know what I'm saying? Because she got to walk around with butterflies and shit. We don't know what Mariah did. So...
Spread your wings and fly.
Right, we don't know.
Her bipolar be a part of her business.
And it may very well be because she said she wouldn't. She said she didn't like taking her medicine, and that was something else that was in her lawsuit as well about Mariah Carey. You know,
when she filed this lawsuit, and stuff like how far back was the naked meeting?
What you mean? How far back was the naked meeting?
Them butterflies.
The naked meeting to the lawsuit to her getting fired. That's all.
Would it continue or was it just a?
Yeah, was a naked meeting back in 2007?
No, she said this happened regularly. That regularly Mariah Carey would be naked. Regularly. But my thing is, are we surprised? We've seen Mariah Carey like in her when she did MTV Cribs. Remember, she was naked doing MTV Cribs. Like that is what she does.
She was in the tub naked. You know, saying somebody's in my bubble bath. You know, with champagne.
And she walked like when they did the show on E last year, where they did like her tour. She was in lingerie all the time.
Yeah,
like that's her thing. But my question is, again, I just feel like if it were a man, I don't think there would be a conversation. Nope. Like with Charlie Rose, he lost his job. Boom, bam, done.
Guilty, automatic.
Yep. So y'all saying that? So what you're saying is it is a double standard, but that's just life.
Titties out, dick in. That's just the way it goes. That's the new rule.
Titties out, dick in.
Oh,
dick in.
Like you can't have
your cover it up. You got fingers covered.
You can have your breast out, but you can't have.
Use my phrase, hang out with like with your dick out.
What?
What?
Hang out with your dick out.
Who's doing that? Did we change topics?
What? I mean, what? Apparently twice, because if I wasn't mad. If I wasn't mad, I don't know.
If I were a man, if I were a boy, Beyonce, okay. I have. So, Face brought up a topic. He said he was at the bar. Yes, you did.
Who?
Yes,
Face.
Did. Oh. At the bar, and you said that the conversation at the bar was about women getting men.
I will preface.
He got a preference, y'all. So
I preface this. I was just at the bar, and I happened to strike up a conversation with gentlemen that were there. It was just, and they were ladies sitting next to me, and they happened to hear the conversation, and I just so happened, ironically, to be leading the conversation at the time. When they chimed in. And they chimed in to like, you think, y'all like that, blah, 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 X, Y, and Z, get all of y'all, so on and so forth.
What the fuck are you talking about?
That's what I said. At the bar.
We didn't finish the sentence yet. What, the bop the bar, whoop-de-woo.
We were there. I'm just trying to keep it short.
Lottie-dottie.
I'm not trying to waste your time on the podcast. All
right, for real, tell me the story.
All right, well, they were there, we talking, and they just jumped in. Okay. Just kind of a...
But what were y'all talking... So what was the conversation?
What were y'all talking about before they jumped in?
Just women and one guy was having... I was basically calling him... him a bitch because he was being a bitch to his wife. Because he was looking like a bitch to his wife. That's why she's running over top of him. Like, you not a man no more to her. Okay. That was the conversation. He was like, well, just saying. Like, relationship's gone downhill.
This is so not what you said you wanted to ask me.
I was just saying, but that's how the conversation started.
Oh, can you hit the button?
The conversation started, and that's how they jumped. That's how
she jumped in. And what did she jump in about? So get to what
right. She jumped in like, let's get all you men.
Oh Jesus!
I get y'all, whatever y'all think y'all like that, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. And my whole thing was, I was like, okay, but that's great, but without. Like, how would you actually do that? My whole thing, how would you actually do that? Well, whatever, y'all, and I do this, blah, blah. I'm like, without a vagina. Okay, try it again without a vagina. Like, if you didn't have a vagina, how would you actually get a man? Like, how would you even be interested? Like, the last 5 sentences you just said, I've already lost interest in anything you're talking about. Matter of fact,
I'm so confused.
Like, why are you here? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have... That's what I said when we were talking about it. Because that's the whole conversation.
Oh, Jesus.
I get what he's saying.
What?
Right. Like
it must be a man thing then.
So
right. She was like, I can get any... Man, you think y'all like that? Man, I can run y'all... Lousy black swans. I'm like, you don't even know us, but go ahead.
The assumption is all men like women because you can fuck them.
Okay.
So my thing is like, I tell women, it's usually... Most guys say it's only reason for a female is a fucker, but it's two. So you can bust any bra, but to have a companion or bra, well, a female to have outside her, if you remove her sexual, same thing with vice versa. If dude don't got
so basically, what does a woman have to offer? What do you offer a man outside of the sex?
Exactly.
All right. Well, I feel the same. I mean, I understand that because I do think that generally speaking, women can get men because men think with their other head. But after that's done, after he busts a nut, what are you offering him for the long term? That's the difference between the hoe that the thought, whatever category we want to call it, and then when women who keep a man. I mean, that's
and the conversation broke down to I'm like, okay, I have to be interesting. To even decide, I have to be interesting, and I have to be confident to even decide to go talk to a woman at all. Like I have to have something. I have to have a personality. I have to something. Okay, and I'm like to this lady. I'm like, and you basically just have a vagina.
So basically, what you're saying is,
so make me be interested in you.
So have a conversation with me that doesn't have anything to do with sex.
Correct.
And then,
without you trying to throw your titties in my face.
So do you feel like women? Do you feel like women lead with that? I mean, I don't mean to say women in general.
I think it's an assumption that
does that turn you off when a woman leads with that? Let me say that.
So my thing with a lot of fear, it's not. So my thing is like to have sex with you. I technically, as long as I got a condom and whatever protected, I don't really need to know your name or pretty much go past that conversation.
Okay.
But if I want to be interested in you, like you said, what other qualities do you have?
What else are you bringing to the table?
But a lot of my anger, it wasn't really about her because I ended because I kind of ended it with like, all right, look, I mean, just so you understand, like, and because she got really upset. And I was like, look, I'm gonna just understand, and you know the value of your vagina is going down, right? You know this. Cause that's why you're middle aged. That's why you're middle aged at the bar. That's why you're middle aged at the bar with your titties out. Whatever, you're here with your girlfriend, whatever, drinking big margaritas in the middle of the afternoon. Like, I'm just saying, you know this. I mean, I'm not telling you something you already know. And she was like, and then she was like, all right, whatever. I'm like, look, here's why. For myself, I'm about your age. I've done whatever I wanted done. So the value you now, here's your value to me right now. Mm-hmm. I seen you got your titties out here at the bar. I'm gonna jerk off to that later. I don't even need you to even be present. I'm gonna jerk off to the image of that. This is the idea of you later, and that's pretty much it. And I'm gonna move on. Like you have no purpose.
Exactly.
So other than that, have value to me right now. You've got nothing.
But I counter that with. I know I have a lot of single friends, and their thing is you meet a guy, you Facebook him, he say hi, how are you, fine, what you doing, and next thing is a dick pic.
It's a dick pic, right?
So it's not like men are the only ones.
Stop sending dick pics.
But I mean, it also goes to females that always end up in that relationship because they do fall for the dick pic, and then in the end. They want to complain that they got the dick pic, but you accepted it and you rolled the dick, and now you're mad because he don't want you no more.
But
that's hilarious.
And one of the biggest things with females is because if you don't pursue them sexually and they get rejected, they take that even more of offense when they don't get.
What's wrong with me?
Yeah, when they don't get a dick pic or when I'm coming over to smash, if you try to hold a conversation with them, everybody says
if only they can see his face.
Right.
They can see him right now.
At the end of the day, they'll hold a conversation. This is what I want. But after they smash or whatever the case may be, it's like, oh, I got, and it goes both ways. But it's like more with females. It's more of a thing of, because like you said, once you get a certain age, especially one, I don't want to deal. I'm single. I don't want to deal with the headache or you talking my fucking head off. You know what I'm saying? Then,
but then, so what that says to me is you're not looking for a relationship, because that's what relationships deal with, those types of things.
But that's what I'm saying.
So how do you cut that off though?
And that's what he's saying is that I don't have a.
But back up though. You said you don't want to on the phone, deal with all the yapping on the phone, whatever. But how do you cut that off though? Like how do you?
I hang up on them.
I hang up, but just don't talk to them or let them know I'm not interested and don't want to be bothered. If you don't spark me mentally or whatever and pursue or have my interest, I'm not.
That's the whole point of what I'm saying. So once we get past the sex, what are you offering a man? That's what I think what we're talking about, right? No.
Yes.
Okay.
See, the problem is, I think people want everything and nothing at the same time. We want certain things we don't want to ask for.
I just don't think people are honest.
But and that's the problem. We're not being honest because
with each other. Like, and I blame a lot of it on dudes.
I'm all for that.
And not for any reason I think they're clapping about.
Right.
No, just because y'all take you're
taking the hit.
To say take ownership in the hit.
I think what they're gonna do, because dudes have come. I don't like before I sound like just a straight woman hater asshole about it. Look, I have nothing against all the new women movement stuff that's going on and blah blah and like I have nothing against it at all. But it's like, dudes, stop being dudes. Like you. I sit around and watch men apologizing for being men. Like they haven't done anything wrong, but you're already apologizing for something. I'm like,
give me an example. Give me an example.
Really? He's not even here to defend himself.
What?
Ooh, you banned him. He's not even here to defend himself.
Give me so Don Juan Pablo is the example?
No, not Steve. It's just like coworker of mine. He's telling me about his weekend. Mm-hmm. With this girl that he liked, he spent time with, blah blah, whatever. And I'm like, okay. He was telling me all the stuff he was trying to do. Because he wanted to smash. I'm like, well, why didn't you just? Because the story he was telling me, she was down. You so worried about? I don't even know what you're worried about. Why didn't you just fucking ask or just make a step? Like what happened? Like why are you angry about? Well, she might have got mad or something, right? Like well, if she had her, is that a girl you want to mess with? Well, no, not really. So why are we even having this discussion?
You know, I think all too, you said earlier, one, no one's really honest.
Nobody's being honest. Let's be honest.
Men and female are not honest at all times. And on the same things, I think both genders make an assumption about what the other one wants, needs, or expects.
But that comes down to communication. And I think, we're going to do the relationship, we are going to do it. And I think we're kind of moving into that territory. But at the end of the day, that is a big part of it. We're not communicating and we're not having that's why I was saying with Rose, I was like,
the whole weekend doing everything that she wanted. I'm like,
and he never spoke up and said, I want to do something
she is
different.
never gonna sleep with you. Right. You spent the entire weekend doing everything that she wanted. You didn't even say nothing. Stuff that you didn't even want to do, but you didn't even complain or nothing. Like no dude does that. Done the entire weekend. Why?
I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Right, but I'm like, she's not gonna respect you there's no way that's moving forward. There's no way.
No,
I don't agree with that. I don't respect the guy that did that. If a guy took me out for the weekend and he made it all about me, he would get
I told him that's gonna be the expectation from this point on.
But that's a general assumption.
And the next weekend after that, he was like, you was right.
But again, it's about how you present it. If you present it to me that this weekend is all about you, then I know that is my weekend.
Correct. That was my
point. I know that's not.
He didn't say that. He just did.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. He just did.
He wasn't honest enough with her. Like, all right, I'm gonna pamper you this weekend.
Right. Or like, hey, you know what I'm saying?
She's not trying to reciprocate.
Or at least do I'm trying to really get to know you thing, and we're just going to what you like to do, so I can learn something about you. It was none of that. It was just like. he was following
her out, and then
the way I took it, he spent 2 days following her around like a puppy.
Okay.
That's the way I took it.
Okay, then I see that. Then
I'm like,
she's not going to respect him.
I'm like,
I see that. Okay. So I think that is a great topic that we want to add to the list of topics for the relationship podcast. We're going to get Ghost on that. We won't put you on camera, but we'll get Ghost because we need more single people in the conversation because we have a lot of married people. We need more single people in the conversation, especially single men.
Right.
So he don't qualify. When you bring a mindset, especially in our age group,
right,
of what single men, why you single, what you looking for, what turns you off. Because again,
now plus I need somebody to argue with.
I don't know these things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a single woman, but I don't get y'all. Like, yeah, I don't get y'all. I don't care.
I mean,
that's not a requirement, though. I don't think.
What, to understand you? Yes, it is. To date you, I need to understand what the fuck
you're
doing.
But
that's how individual do, though. Like, as men in general. Like, I don't think that's a requirement.
Most people just not honest and don't ask or communicate.
Just be who you are. Period.
Yeah. But the thing is, okay, this is the funny thing. How many men can accept women for who they are? A lot of men have an illusion of who and what a woman is. Like, people get surprised.
Who should be. Like, you're talking about 1950s.
Beyonce takes a shit. Can y'all accept that? That she gets diarrhea, that she gets upset stomach, that she has a life, that she's a person.
I don't see why you wouldn't.
But a lot of times
she's
men...
human. I think we're still in the conversation. Did they make her in a lab somewhere, or is she a real person? But I think she's a real human being. So,
right.
That's all I'm saying. I think she's a real human being.
Men want to put women in a bubble of where you think this woman should be, and then where she should stay. I'll tell you, as a woman, one of my biggest pet peeves is when men say, if a woman gets upset, and the man says, "Oh, she mad. It must be a time of the month."
If you want to piss me off, let that be what you say to me.
That's not the only time that we get mad.
Stand
like
that.
right now, I might see it right now. I got $5 on.
And that goes
I cannot stand when a man thinks that when a woman's in a bad mood, it automatically means is that. Yeah. No, I'm just in a bad mood.
She's just an asshole, you know.
Well, you ain't gotta be an asshole to be in a bad mood.
I'm just saying.
Because part of it is still in male psyche subconscious, you don't like to see aggressive women. You can't take a lot of men can't take a woman being upset, being angry, being pissed the fuck off, and expressing it and saying, I don't fucking want to be bothered. Leave me the fuck alone. And it's not because
it's that time of the month. I just don't feel like being bothered.
Something's going on, and your shit ain't important to me right now. So sit the fuck down and wait till I get to you.
Wait till I get to you.
Wait till I get to you.
So what did I need though?
So whatever you was calling my name for, it ain't important. So but a lot of men can't be back burning. You can't accept that.
So what happened when you get mad space and they get mad about that?
I will give you a whole yard of space, and we ain't gonna live in the same house. I'm good. But the thing about it is, a lot of men, you can't
sit in her house that she shares with her husband. But okay,
legal roommates, no. But a lot of times,
I should have brought more.
I ain't got nothing.
Oh, you want some drink?
Drink. Said
drink. But a lot of men can't accept that women are human beings. We are a creature. Same way you have good and bad days, we have good and bad days. The same way you get upset and you don't feel like being bothered.
Why do you sound personal? Go ahead.
No, it doesn't sound... No, because you know what? Honestly, for me, it is an irritation because I have had a lot of discussions with men throughout my whatever years, just having...
You know how old you are. You ain't got to say whatever years.
I really don't know. I stopped counting.
She older than me.
See what happens?
A total of 9 months.
See what happens?
A total of 9 months and 10 days.
Wow. So
I had an ex-boyfriend.
So you are still older.
Tell my son, but you still older than me.
But it's like, it's unfortunate that...
I definitely think. See, okay, we're gonna put this on the relationship podcast, because we're gonna get the original Ghost, because I'm calling you Ghost, but we actually have a Ghost.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll get Ghost number 2.
Call him Ghost Recon.
Ghost Recon. You know what I'm saying? And and we'll get a good mixture of hearing where people are. We know who not coming, but I'm not saying no names.
Oh, all right, but like I'm not putting on anything you're saying. At all. I'm just saying, like, just across the board. Just be honest. And like, dude, it's like you don't have to be like be an asshole, misogynist or whatever, but just be a guy. Be honest.
That was
be a dude. Just be honest.
UTFO song back in the day talking about be yourself. Or was that Houdini?
And it's like, and if whoever you smashed at the time can't handle it, just move on.
All right. Well,
What? Where we at?
I don't know because you lost the fuck out of me.
That's okay.
But we're gonna.
I'm a guy.
Because you're right. Because you're a guy and men.
Probably.
Men.
I did my job this week.
I don't get it. I don't. Y'all
I did my
are.
job this week.
I don't get you guys. I don't get men.
Because that's just my job from now on.
Men are special.
My job is to Fuse Classic every week.
You do a pretty good job of it.
What's all I'm saying? You do. Fuse Classic every week.
All right. So just real quick, the NFL schedule came out this week.
Word.
Any your boy is having some problems down in Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers might he got 2 more years down there, but he's not very happy right now.
I'm gonna call my sweetie when we get done with this.
Okay, because he said that they're making decisions.
The other quarterback,
they making decisions and they making moves without talking to him.
Can he remember if he played in Green Bay or
you gonna stop?
We have the Redskins play the Cowboys on Thanksgiving, so that's gonna be a marquee game. What do you think, Des Bryant? We talked about that getting cut. Who do you think is gonna pick Des Bryant up?
I mean, wasn't he working out with
I don't want him.
I don't want him either.
Wasn't he working
but
out?
He
with
said
ODB
he wants to come to the NFC East. He wants to play in the NFC East.
Wasn't he working out with ODB this week?
Yeah, he was working out. That's the Giants. He's working out with the Giants this week. Well, not the Giants, but
I'm saying he could die. He could die. Look, he could die and work out with ODB. I'm saying.
But I see him probably might end up in what's your name?
The
Houston Texans probably.
You think Des will go to the Houston Texans?
I don't see that.
Quarterback.
The question is going to come down to money versus revenge.
Right.
Yeah.
We're gonna end the live taping now. You can hit the stop button. Just hit the.
Word.
Okay, well, let's let it grow.
We're just gonna go ahead and go with this. Use this last 10%.
Right, let's let it go. All right, we're gonna use our last 10% too. We're not gonna. We said we're not gonna mention that. That will not be mentioned. We got the NBA playoffs predictions. Who's gonna win it? Prediction.
What?
I don't watch basketball. So
Golden State again or Houston.
I like Houston. I'm gonna tell you who people are sleeping on.
Who is that?
People are sleeping on Philly.
Yeah.
People are sleeping on.
I can see Philly. I
don't know if Philly will win it, but I definitely Philly gonna get out the first round. They're gonna beat Miami, and I think people are sleeping on Philly.
I think
you don't think so?
No,
I don't think Cleveland will go back.
I don't disagree.
Cleveland's getting knocked out by somebody in the East. I don't know who it's going to be, but Cleveland's not going to be. My prediction is that Cleveland will not be in the finals.
From watching that,
and I think it'll be either Golden State or
somebody will figure them out before they make it. Like they make out the series now.
You know, I don't watch. I'm going to make my prediction. I think Riley Curry's daddy need another ring. So.
Well, you know, they're going to get another. She's pregnant. His wife's pregnant, so they got 3 coming. I like his wife because she got her own hustle. She's got cooking. She's got her own line of cookware.
Moving on from sports.
What?
No, go ahead.
A woman doing the damn thing, like not being in her husband's shadow, like doing her own thing. Like go ahead,
Aisha.
Yeah.
Word. All right.
Y'all know. I think
like something that's never been done before.
Shut up.
Defense might be.
I'm sorry, yo, that you're again.
I don't know. It's between Golden. I just don't see a team in the East beating a team in the West. They don't have enough offense.
You don't think so? It'll be interesting to see. But I'm with you guys. I think the consensus at Cleveland probably won't be there. But I do think it's coming out the West. I think the winner's coming out the West. But keep your eye on Philly. Philly trying to sweep it. We got the NFL. We got Villanova. Philly trying to do the damn thing this year, huh? Why they won't let nobody eat it? They stop.
Yeah, my boss said about Black and
she just bring back something else. All right, cool. You know what? Whatever.
What?
Nothing. Huh? What happened?
Avengers comes out. You are our comic book guru. What do you think?
Am I? I am. I already bought tickets.
It comes out.
You already got your tickets?
Are they gonna have a Thursday show?
Probably would have been. Probably a midnight show.
Yeah,
I'm there. I'm not doing all that, but I'm there. I think I'm gonna go. You want to go to the iPic with me and go see it?
We normally, I got with my crew because we all want to.
Oh, that's right, I forgot.
But we all go together.
I'm thinking about doing it at the iPic so I can chill out, have me a drink, have something to eat.
Right.
You know, I don't know. Maybe I'll let somebody take me on a date.
Is the East Street Theater one of them?
No, it's like out in Rockville.
it's in Rockville.
It's in Rockville.
He said I'm not doing that.
Rockville.
But the one in Laurel is nice. That one's nice too.
All right.
No?
I go to Brandywine. Otherwise, I'm inside the Beltway.
I'm at the Brandywine.
He going to Ghost Recon going to AMC. Catch that.
Now, Ghost Recon, you're single, so you're gonna take a date, or you're gonna go by yourself?
Go by yourself first.
I went to.
Why? Because you don't want to have to worry about entertaining somebody while you doing your adventure thing.
I don't go to the movies a lot.
Oh, you don't.
No, I saw Black.
You got your 5 sticks.
Yeah, and then I'm just not a.
Man,
I told you
she's going to jail. She's going to jail.
I have one, but
I'm sorry.
And Ghost going with her. And Ghost Recon's going with her. He's going with her.
All
right,
allegedly.
I'm not
allegedly.
I'm not a big movie person.
Okay.
I mean, I like movies.
Okay, all right, let's go back to the dating thing. You're single. I'm going to pick on you for a minute.
Right.
You meet a young lady. You're interested. We ain't talking
you
about...
You want me to give you my last example of a date?
No.
Okay.
You meet a young lady. You're interested. Y'all talk or text or whatever. You taking her out on a date. What's your first date?
What's the first date?
What do your first date? What are you going to do?
We're going to go to a non-commercial name brand restaurant.
Non-commercial.
Like we're not going to Applebee's Friday or none of those.
Okay, you're gonna go to you're gonna try to do something a little different, a little off, not a franchise type thing. That's
exactly.
nice. Okay,
so it's gonna be somewhere more.
Do you split the check or do you pay?
If I'm going for the first date, I'm gonna go ahead.
Okay, all right, I like that.
So that's going to include flowers, somewhere to eat.
Oh, flowers, giant flowers, or 7-Eleven flowers or flowers.
Split the cost?
No, I'm gonna go to Wegmans and get.
Okay, I'll give you Wegmans.
Get their flowers.
We'll get some Wegmans flowers.
But it may not even be flowers. It may just be a gift box or something else in it.
Okay, that's interesting. That's different.
So I'm gonna go somewhere that's where we get at least talk and conversate. And from there.
Because dinner, right, you can't conversate at a movie. You're right, all right. And then from there, you're going to leave it open.
Take her home.
I'm going to take her home. All right, that's a nice first date. That is a nice first date. Unlike this one who probably took her to the strip club for a first date.
Oh, and then I'll send her.
When you were out there dating. Look at he had to think about it. Probably took her to the strip club for your first date.
And then,
we're talking about
maybe a thank you card.
Wife?
No, I'm talking about when you were dating.
Wait,
I'm sorry, y'all. Go ahead,
go. You said a thank you card.
Yeah, maybe a thank you card.
A thank you card.
Or something.
Just a little something. Now, is it going to be a real, or is it going to be a text? Is it going to be a real, card? You're going to send her a little text? It depends on the personality. Depending on how y'all been rolling. Okay. All right, that's cute. I like that. I feel like you calling bullshit.
I don't. What he said? I don't know this man like that. I'm just. That's what he said he do. I don't. Okay.
So when you were dating, I'm not talking about with your current wife. I know y'all love story. I'm talking about.
I don't think that story's making Lifetime.
No. I'm talking about when you were out there dating and you met a young lady. What was your first date? The strip club, right?
My first date has been a strip club. Because she said, I want to go with you to the strip club. All right.
But is that just because I said that, or does that make it a first date?
Now, so my question is, what category did you put her in when she said, I want to go to the strip club for a first date? Is that this is somebody I can see my future with, or, I'm going to hit it a couple of times and be done?
I didn't have either one of those thoughts.
Really? Okay.
I've ended up at the strip club on first dates before.
On first dates?
Yeah.
What kind of conversations are they having?
What women are they?
Damn.
It was like, okay.
And it's more of a curious. I don't know. I never thought past it like, cool, you want to go in there, or we can go, what I'm saying?
And let me say this, there's nothing wrong with going to the strip club. I enjoy a trip to the strip club every once in a while. I do. I like the strip club.
So
I mean, but I look at it for different reasons than what y'all are looking at it for.
I've been to a strip club, not on the date, but I've been to strip clubs, and I've been to women, men, and then co-ed. Mm-hmm. My issue is this, and maybe I've been to the wrong strip clubs.
You probably have.
I will predicate that. But my issue is
I know what you're gonna say.
The drunk chick who stumbled and fell into my lap, and then asked if I want to lap dance. Bitch, if you don't get the fuck up off me right now, not now, but right now.
Jesus.
And then you're going to turn around and going to stand there and look like I'm about to give you a tip because you fell into my fucking line. My tip is, don't catch these hands. So.
Note to self, when we go to Vegas, she can't go with us to the strip club. She got to stay at the hotel.
We're going to Vegas?
We're planning a Vegas trip.
Okay, I thought...
And strip club is on the list. We gotta go to the strip club.
I'll go with my thing. I need some art form with my shit. Can we get
that's
some?
That's why I like going to the strip club. I like because that is a talent.
Yes.
Those women, this is no bullshit. This is no bullshit. That shit is a talent. Yes. Women who get on that pole and they can go up and slide and stop and twist and turn and do flips. That is some art form.
You twerking?
That's some shit my fat ass can't do. I'm just telling you.
You twerking?
I got skills, but not those.
No. Twerking for $5 is not an art form.
Shut up.
You come in with some music, a thought out dance.
I'm sorry, some choreography. Like, have you seen the clips of the competition? That is some... Anyway.
I applaud y'all for putting artistry.
I'm just saying.
That's not why you're there.
In the strip
that is not why you're not there for artistry.
I mean, I like a good show. Everybody likes a good show. Everybody likes a good show.
That ain't why you there.
I'm going back to the first
but at a certain point, I ain't even been in the strip club so much. It just is just a place to go.
Right. So why keep going? That's always my question.
Because they got good wings.
Why you keep going through the movie theater?
Because.
But I don't go see the same movie over and over again.
Exactly.
You don't see the same dancer over.
Well, if you go enough, you do.
Okay. And he knows.
And that's what you put in your
because the service to get my drinks is phenomenal, even though they're overpriced.
And I don't even drink. I just get a bottle of water and go to the club or close.
I feel like we're going left with it.
Actually, if you go enough, you'll notice that a lot of the waitresses actually look better than the girls dancing on stage. Yeah. Go ahead.
They haven't got their chance on stage yet. I want to go back to first dates though.
All right.
Because I do believe I hated the club when I was younger.
Because my answer was I got cut off.
I apologize.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I concur.
No, it was cool. You can go ahead. I'm gonna just say this. Like, I'm a type of person. It's like, all right, I got money. Let's go hang out. I had full tank of gas. Let's just go.
Yeah.
Like, there is no real plan.
Okay.
For real, with me, there is no real plan. But we can go out and have a good time. Like,
so
there's some random shit happening.
So when you ask somebody on a date, you didn't have a plan. You just we'll pick you up, we'll figure it out.
I have an idea, maybe the way I wanted to go, based on maybe what I was going to say or whatever.
Okay.
But after that stop,
so based on your travels,
it's whatever.
Based on your travels, and let me just say, no disrespect to your wife before I go there. Based on your travels, you go to the bar. Excuse me, you go out to the bar sometimes. Sometimes you hang out at the club, whatever. You still go out every once in a while. Shut up. Based on your travels, if you had to go back out there in the world and date again, how do you feel about the dating game?
Me going out dating right now?
Yeah, if for whatever reason, your wife got smart and left your way. No, I'm just playing. These just jokes. These just jokes. But I'm just saying, if for whatever reason you found yourself single,
right.
how do you feel about the dating pool? Just based on what you've seen and heard from other people.
I don't even know if I would even. I don't know if I would even date. I would just probably
just go online and swipe left and right.
I would probably go to Sam's and just get the condo box condoms. And just I don't even know is there any point anymore? That's all I'm saying. So if I would have found myself, I would have found myself,
yourself,
son. All right, look.
I'm just saying.
It would just be
because me and Ghost are dealing with the reality of the dating.
I would just be a hoe with a house. I don't even know.
Okay, you'd be a hoe with a house. I ain't even mad at it. He said I'm not even gonna try.
I don't even know,
my thought. Okay,
if somebody ties me down, good luck to you. You know what I'm saying? God bless
I don't think
you.
know what? I don't think you would. I really do think. I believe everything you just said. Knowing you,
bless you.
Offline, I really think that's exactly who he would be. He would be about taking care of his kids, getting his hustle, doing his hustle, and if you get in where you fit in, I believe it. I believe he'd have a pole in the basement, and he'd have his own his own private dancer. I believe him.
The way that things are set up now, that's the way it functions on both sides.
All right. One last question, then we're going to wrap. Okay, say what you got to say. We're going to wrap it. I got one more question. We're going to wrap it up.
I was going to say.
She's like, please let me talk, please. All right, go ahead.
First dates. I believe that between courting and dating. I think I said it before.
Did you say courting?
Courting, yes.
Courting.
I hate the word when I was a kid, but
we're in
1927.
All right.
There's a difference between courting and dating. But the thing is, I don't think a first date should be the man pays for everything.
Bullshit, but go ahead.
For simple fact of, I don't know you. A lot of women have a tendency of, your ass is not you. A lot of women, you're typically a $5 appetizer at Friday, but then when a dude take you out,
but they're endless.
But now, and that's it. And that's why you take yourself there.
But they're endless.
But what I'm saying is a lot of women, when you go out to take yourself out, you're doing endless acts. But when you go out, when a man takes you out, you feel as though you got to go to Oceanair or McCormick's and spend some shit that you know your whole check can't pay for.
This is what I feel like. I feel like whoever asks should pay. So if you ask me out on the first date, then that's who should pay. But if I ask you out, because I'm that kind of woman, I will ask a man out, then I will pay. But like what Ghost said, I'm picking where we going. So I'm not gonna pick motherfucking Oceanair. Right. We ain't going there.
And that's what I was saying. If you done conversated enough to know who you dealing with, dictates where you go to eat at.
Yeah, you know.
If she got the personality, we can go to Denny's and do the $2 Denny, the $2 special, and I spend a
motherfucker. Nobody bet. Let me tell you, don't you ever take me to Denny's?
But that's
ever.
All right, fine.
That ain't happening.
IHOP Classic. Remember that.
Yeah. IHOP or
Cracker Barrel. You want her Cracker Barrel.
You say Denny's, that's it. We ain't even
But I mean, that goes.
She don't want the Tutti Frutti French toast special. she can't do that.
Then, but that goes back to being communicating and honest. Who you
you have to. Yeah, you definitely have to do that. You have to know
where you gonna go. So
you know who you gotta know who you dealing with.
But you ain't gonna hit me, smash you in my head. Well, we both can go eat for $40
that's true.
$30.
And I think, and I agree with you, but again, that goes back to the type of woman. You have a couple of conversations, you know who you dealing with.
Exactly.
You know who you dealing with. If you met her at the bar at Ruby Tuesdays with the all you can eat or whatever, come on.
Or like you said, y'all can get 2 old cups and go straight to the strip club.
I'm changing the subject.
All right. If I had to date again, I kind of agree with what Face is saying. The thing of, one, I don't think I will ever get married again.
You barely got married the first time, but go ahead.
Jesus, who was armed?
But the thing about it is, dating now is different, and not just the time that we're in, but just dating as an older person. Mm-hmm. It is a difference.
That's true.
Again, like we've been saying, communication and honesty is lacking a lot of times, especially in the beginning. And then when it does appear,
we're the run out yet.
Yeah, we're frustrated as to what we find because it wasn't what we expected.
Right, and I see you. I see you having trouble.
You know what? I mean, this is my thing
right now, and you know what? And it's not even and it's not even going to be your fault.
Right.
It's not even going to be your fault.
Yeah.
It's going to be the pussy down the dudes nowadays. It's going to be like...
They're not got enough backbone for it. They're not going to be enough...
like, you're not enough of a dude to just be like...
I mean, I definitely need a dude
but I would love to see you put a nigga out at 2 a.m. I would love to see that shit.
I do it all the time. Oh, did I say that out loud?
All right.
Church finger
cures it all.
And it's Sunday. All right.
Church finger cures it all. But I mean, for me, at first, if I find myself in a dating pool again, a first thing for me is, no, you can't come to my house.
Oh, no.
No, you don't know where I live at.
Nah.
We gonna meet somewhere different. Mm-hmm. I might even drive my car because you ain't gonna get my tag number, and I'm not going straight home.
Uber.
I mean, and that's the real.
Okay, look, it's a Marriott down the street.
But that's a lot.
We can meet there. What?
We can't meet at the Marriott.
Right, we are not meeting at the Marriott.
We'll meet at the
I just said
restaurant.
meet there. We can end at the Marriott. That's what I'm saying. I don't even
know where you live at. I
don't even know where you live at.
He would with the house.
I don't even know where you live at.
But she wouldn't even come to the house. He would be at the Marriott using his frequent points. He'd be a VIP member at the Marriott down the street. Well, all right, one last question, then we're going to wrap this up for this week.
Star Wars, but go ahead.
Something came up this week. I know y'all don't look at a lot of ratchet TV, but I do. So something that came up this week on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. It's no, it's a real topic. Shut up. So Stevie J, who y'all might be familiar with, Stevie J has a
the one with the mouse face.
Yeah, the one like a little mouse, like a rat. He has a child support situation. Now, not to get
who?
Okay, so here's the thing: his first baby mama. He has 2 kids by his first baby mama. Mm-hmm. When he had those 2 children, that's when he was working at Bad Boy, making hits, making millions of dollars. So his child support was based on his income at that time. Mm-hmm. Fast forward, his income is significantly reduced from what he was during that time period. However, the state of New York will not adjust his his child support, and he owes like over $1 million in child support. Now he's going to go to jail. Now, this is a topic that came up on the show. I think it's been resolved. No, because I read today that he's going to represent himself and he's fired his lawyer. Yeah, anyway, that's all. But my question to everybody is, assuming that version of the story is true, right? Because it could be some legal back and forth that we're not familiar with. Right. But assuming that part of the story is true, should his child support be adjusted based on his current income, and how would you handle the arrears? Because the reality is some of that 1 point whatever million is probably from when he was making that kind of money and he didn't pay it for whatever reason. So should the state of New York adjust it based on his current income?
Yes, they should.
So that's the first question.
Yes, they should. I don't see why
I don't understand why they're not doing it. Like I said, it might be more to the story.
Right. And to handle it, I say yes, they should adjust it based on his current income, because I can't pay you $20,000 a month.
Because you were still with me, and I didn't have the same amount of money. You were still with me.
Yeah, if I'm making $3,000 a month, it's not happening. So yes,
because mind you, these two kids are in college now. So at this point, the money would just really be going. And I'm not saying that she doesn't deserve to be paid for taking care of his kids. I'm not saying that. But I think,
but as far as the arrears, you need to go back and have taxes or whatever incomes, banks, whatever he got, and pull to see exactly when the adjustment occurred. And then adjust it from that date moving forward. So say this 2018, say in 2010 was when his income dropped. So anything that he owed from that up to 2010 should stay where it was, and that he owes that in arrears, because that is what you owe. But if it's,
they should be able to look at his tax returns and see where his income went.
That's what I said. Pull his taxes, pull statements, paychecks.
I'm talking about what they should have done, or what they should do, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm talking generally. I'm not even talking about so much him. I'm using him as the example. But here's the thing. Here's what I feel. And as someone who doesn't have a child and who's never had to deal with child support, my 2 cents on child support is that I do think it should be based on, because it is expensive to take care of a child, and a lot of times the single parent, whether it be the man or the woman, gets the brunt of it. Whoever is the primary custody holder gets the brunt of it. So yes, absolutely, child support should be assessed based on income. But I also think it should be reassessed yearly based on the tax returns, because people's income does change. Especially when you're talking about people in the industry making millions of dollars one year, and the next year, like you said, ain't make a hit, or no longer works at Bad Boy or whatever.
I don't really keep track of the whole child support game, even though I know I've heard stuff and I should have issues on either side, but I don't have that issue.
Right.
Is it mandatory for the kids to go to the mother?
No. The court makes that decision.
Remember 50 Cent went to court over that with his baby mother. Yeah. His reduced.
Because it just seems like the kids just automatically go to the mother.
And that's a false assumption.
She's not the one that has the money. I didn't say it's... I'm just saying.
In the past,
that just seems like that's how it is.
But not anymore.
But I'm like, well, it's I don't know. And I've seen the arguments online in social media about child support and who's paying whatever. And I'm just like, just from like this particular person's...
That's the kid.
Right. This for this particular individual's, line of conversation. What I'm saying, I'm like, you're not fit to even have kids. Like, how do you have the kids? Like, how do you have the kids?
But there's a whole lot of people that ain't fit to have kids.
How do you have kids? Why is the kids not with the baby father? It's like I'm confused.
That's one of those gender biases that we spoke of earlier that falls in favor of the woman. Because the thing about it, a lot of stuff was built on, back in the day assumptions that still carried forward that we have as a society relooked at, readdressed, and dealt with. Because a lot of women are not fit to be mothers. And that's part of the issue. Paternity is never established. It's not automatically like I joke with my husband about the kids are 9 months more mine. But in all honesty, legally,
I like how serious she was about it. They're more 9 months of mine.
Yeah, 9 months of mine.
I cooked them.
I did.
I cooked them.
I cooked them though.
I cooked them for 9 months.
He ain't giving the main ingredient. I had the main ingredient. I had the seed. He just watered it. I'm just saying.
I mean, however you make it feel better.
We are not having a health class.
But paternity is not paternity. Parentage, thank you, is not automatically established. It is something, like you said, it has to be determined by the court. I as their mother cannot get up and say I'm going to take my kids and just move out of state or wherever without my husband's permission, because he is their father. And a lot of times, unfortunately, with some men fall into the category of, well, I don't feel like being bothered. Because a lot of men don't want to do midnight feedings and changing their diapers and things like that. And that's how the women generally wind up with the child. And once you kind of verbally forego custody, it becomes a whole child support thing. A lot of men need to stand up and fight for their kids, but when they do, the law needs to sit there and be on their side as well. Like the incident that happened in Charles County, where the young man was fighting for his son, and the court would not give him custody. He kept saying something is wrong with the mother. I'm not trying to shade her, but I need to get my something's going on. Right. And it wasn't until somebody saw her in the park like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, pushing a baby in the swing in the pole,
was dead.
And the baby was dead. That was a perfect example. Unfortunately, for that family.
Yeah, unfortunately, the court tends to lean towards the mother, but men, I've seen a lot more. I've seen a lot of cases where men get in custody of their kids. So, I think the bias is still there, though. The bias is still there. But the question is about child support.
All right. Should baby mama and father
because we could do that all day.
It bugs me.
Should child support be based on income and it should be assessed, or should it just be a set amount?
But the thing is, I don't know about New York as far as with Stevie J, but in Maryland, for example, you have to. If as a man, if you're making $100,000 a year, whatever happened, you drop down to say 60. Mm-hmm. You have to file for a reassessment of child support. A lot of men don't know or don't want to do it because they don't want to wind back in the court. And then it's not like you get an automatic date.
I think it should be automatic though. I think when you file your taxes, that information should go to your local. If you're under a child support order, I think it should just automatically go and then be reassessed.
But it's another one of them system failures.
They know how to garnish your check if you owe child support
because it should already be done in payroll.
But the thing about it is, if you get a raise, a lot of times on the other end of that, if a man gets a raise, child support doesn't automatically go up. The woman, if she's a custodial parent, she has to go and file papers for an adjustment to get a child support increase.
Okay, well.
So it's a lot of flaws in the system.
I mean, again, assuming that Stevie J, because again, that's his version of the story. There's probably more to it. But based on that, what's the moral of the story?
Story is stop making new baby mamas. Nigga, just wear goddamn condoms. Stop.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the moral of the story.
Motherfucker, look here. Because
he already said he's gonna go to Sam's and get the economy.
Because it bugs me. Like the
one in the box.
Because now it seems like having a baby mother is fashionable now. Like,
my assessment.
Having a crazy baby mama.
It's fashionable and it's stupid. I'm like, why? That's not what you signed. Like that is not what you signed up for.
And I tell y'all, like I told
too many dudes. I've been on her for like a couple months, and I'm like, but you got her pregnant.
Exactly.
You stuck.
But the thing about it is, like I told
she said she was on the pill, nigga. You stupid.
Thank you.
You fucking
like I tell my oldest one, like I tell the tall one. Every person you lay down with is a potential co-parent.
Yep.
If you can't fucking pick something to eat with them, how the fuck are you gonna pick how to raise a child? Well, be selective. We do research on our shoes when Jordan's coming out. We do research on concert tickets,
video
CDs,
games,
and everything else. But we don't do no damn research
football
on
tickets,
who we are making.
Flights, hotel,
but we don't
strip clubs.
But we don't do any research on the person that we're laying down with. And I get you all here funning and fucking. I get it. However,
wrap your shit up.
Part of the fun is not being a parent with somebody who fucking crazy, got issues, irresponsible, don't give a shit.
Or want to get pregnant to keep you around.
Right.
Yes.
Once you leave, it's all right.
But that sounds like a nice PSA to end with. So we started with a PSA, go out and vote. We're going to end with a PSA, wrap your shit up. That's it.
No new baby mamas. That should be a t-shirt.
Know your baby mama.
No.
That's a new t-shirt. Know your baby mamas.
No, he's saying no new.
Oh, I was saying no new baby mamas.
No baby mamas.
That's all I'm saying.
All right, that's fine. Drake can make a song about it.
I'd rather be your ex-wife than your baby mama. Right.
No.
All right, you said what?
I'd rather be your ex than your ex-wife or ex-husband than your baby mama. Put a value into a relationship.
Oh, okay.
No, mommy and daddy, you didn't get here because mommy and daddy couldn't say no in the back of the club.
Alrighty then, well let's wrap that up.
And that's what we're saying.
Wrap that up. Take us out, man.
Next time you in a club and a bitch be like, let's go to the bathroom, I want a pill. Be like, really, bitch?
I made female condoms too.